Okay, main event time. Here we go. UFC 289. We have in the main event, headlining this event, once again, going down at the Rogers Center in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. Amanda Nunes defending her bantamweight title against Irene Aldana. Excuse me, is this the featherweight title? Or the bantamweight title? It is bantamweight.
Yep.
Second guess myself for a second. Okay, champion.
If it ain't Norma Dumont, baby, it's not the featherweight title. Let's go.
Dumont or bust.
That's right.
So we have Amanda the Lioness Nunes, the 35-year-old out of Bahia, Brazil. Her record stands at 22-5, 13 wins coming by way of knockout. Add 4 subs to that, brings you up to about an 80% finish rate. She lost her title back in December of 2021 to Juliana Pena, and then wrenched it back emphatically from Pena back in July of 2022, earning a dominant decision victory, winning the bantamweight title back. She will be standing across from the rising, the surging Irene Aldana, a 35-year-old out of Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico. Her record stands at 14-6 with 8 knockouts. Add 3 subs to that. Only 3 of her wins have gone the distance. She's riding a 2-fight win streak coming into this title fight against Yana Santos and most recently Macy Chazon back in September, which was the now somewhat iconic liver upkick from the bottom knockout in round 3 of that fight. Tremendous stuff. Okay, Mark, start us off with the odds, your take on this fight, and ultimately your pick.
Amanda Nunes, minus 330 as the favorite. Irene Aldana, plus 250 underdog. Size is basically identical. There's an inch of height on the Aldana side. There's a half inch of reach on the Nunes side. I have a fairly weird feeling since this fight has been booked that Aldana may catch and drop Amanda Nunes. Her hands are just very crispy, and we've seen Nunes getting hit a little bit more these days, but I'm going to resist it. I'm going to make the smart pick. I'm going to say that Nunes will fight smart, that she'll use her wrestling, which is certainly the easiest path to victory here for her, because that's the way this should go. You'd like to think that's how she approaches this fight. And I'm not saying she can't strike with Aldana, because of course she can. She's fucking Amanda Nunes, excuse me. But it's better for her to have Aldana thinking about both. So I got to think she mixes it up here. She should not be letting Aldana feel totally comfortable that there's no takedown coming and that she can just strike freely, because when that happens, Aldana's really dangerous. It is another 135-pound fight for Amanda now, which I know she's loving less and less, and the cut, I feel like, is starting to wear on her a bit more as time goes on, but I do think she can still get this done. I mean, think about it. The Macy Chasson fight, like, yes, it was an unbelievable knockout from bottom, but she was getting out-wrestled by Macy Chasson before that happened. So I'd like to think Amanda Nunes can out-wrestle her as well. So I do think Aldana's live. Like I said, I love her boxing. There's kind of a vibe with these Mexican fighters right now where they're like all breaking through at once, so it almost feels like it's just going to happen here. But I will go with Amanda Nunes by... I didn't think about the bye now that I'm thinking about it. Will she finish her? I'm going to say by UD.
Omar?
Yeah. You know, it's hard to really gauge kind of where Amanda is in her career at this point, because, you know, we've been talking about her retirement for quite some time. I think there was something that I recently saw about her wanting or thinking about retiring after the Juliana Pena loss, and then was like, there's no way I'm leaving this sport with Juliana Pena having beaten me. So she went back and she did that again. And I'm never of the mindset that people that have their foot halfway out the door are in the best position for these high level fights. I I also think, and I was just listening to this today. I think it was, I don't know if it was Anakin Florian or who the hell it was. I don't remember who it was, but the whole silk sheet thing, right? It's difficult to get out of bed at 5 a.m., go for all these runs, cut all this weight, make all these sacrifices when you're wearing silk sheets or silk pajamas, right?
Right. Right.
It is a different mindset, and we see the issues now with McGregor, right? We don't even know if McGregor is going to be fighting Chandler yet. Like, nothing's actually official, and this man is out here living his best life. So
Yeah, man.
I say all that really to say that I don't know where Amanda's mindset is, and while I don't think she's looking to lose, and obviously she's going to be fighting hard, I think once you start getting to that point, there is a bit of a complacency when it comes to the acceptance of a loss. And I don't think Irene Aldana is even with a toe in that water. Aldana is hungry. Aldana is looking to get that belt. I think Aldana knows she's in a very unique position as a result of the standings of bantamweight, right? Because the reality is Aldana's resume is not necessarily the flashiest. It's not necessarily the best resume, right? She's beaten recently Macy Chasson, which Mark said, she got caught with a beautiful finish. But if you take that fight as a whole, it wasn't like that was a dominant performance, right? If you look at Yana Santos, that was probably a more, something you can really put into the highlight reel as well as far as overall performance. And then before that, she lost to Holly Holm. And Holly Holm got her ass smoked by Amanda Nunes. And, we don't need to do all this MMA math, but my point is, Aldana is in a position right now that she may not find herself in again if she loses this fight. And I think there's just too many things that might be working against Nunes in this fight, probably from a personal and maybe even from a striking perspective, that Aldana might be able to take and capitalize against. And if she can stuff a couple of takedowns, because it's not like Nunes has the greatest wrestling in the world. It is effective, and she does what she needs to do, and she definitely is able to take people down and control them on the ground. But if Aldana is able to keep her standing upright, this might be a more difficult night for Amanda Nunes than we think. I got to pick, right? That's
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like, are you done? Are you going to make a pick?
No, that was
thanks
it.
For coming
That was
to
it.
my TED Talk.
I was just gonna go there. I'm gonna go with Aldana here. I'm gonna go with Aldana on the long shot.
Like it.
Knockout?
I think so, man. I don't know if she's gonna beat her for 3 rounds.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to go Aldana, I feel like knockout's the way you got to go.
Yeah.
But are you going to go with Aldana by liver kick from her back?
You'll never see that again in a high level competition.
No.
Never again.
Crazy, dude. Crazy.
I'm gonna go with a 4th round knockout.
All right.
Okay. Over I go. You make very interesting points about the silk sheets thing. I know they have a little girl now, right? A little girl.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, I'm not picking against Amanda Nunes. Not yet. I mean, she just I'll say it again. She so emphatically got her belt back from Pena. You got to think, yeah, maybe she does just treat us like another day at the office now. Now that she is, compiling this resume of this title reign. And maybe that's a good thing, maybe that's a bad thing. I think it's probably, for her, it's a good thing. She knows she's so confident. She's so confident in her entire skill set. She's so confident in her hands and her power. I think she's just going to, Saturday night, she's going to work. It's time to eat for the Lioness, man. And until she really gets knocked off that pedestal, I think she had a weird off night in that first night against Pena. Don't we know that?
I totally agree. I think she was injured in camp, couldn't train. There was a lot that went into it.
There was also the fact that she switched camps, and that was the one that she officially started going to her own camp.
Yeah.
There was that whole drama with Kayla Harrison at ATT, and I don't think it was necessarily them favoring Kayla Harrison, but at the same time they were putting a lot of attention on Kayla Harrison when Amanda felt like, I'm the UFC champ, like, fucking I should be number one. I should be the one that's really taken care of here, and not the girl you guys kind of want to be the number one girl here. So there was a lot of that stuff going on. And like I said, man, for those people who don't think mindset and the mental game of life itself continuously fucking people on a daily basis doesn't play into how a fighter walks into that octagon, you are incredibly naive. And I just, like I said, I don't think that Amanda Nunes is in a point now where with all these things kind of in front of her, right? The idea of retirement, which I think she's been playing around with for a little while. And personally, I think win or lose, I think we're going to see Amanda Nunes done at this one.
Really?
I think I do think she
She
drops
walks away?
her gloves at the end. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. Well,
Dude, if that happens, they're going to call Norma Dumont and be like, hey, Norma, can you make 135? Oh, no? All right. Nice doing business with you. You're released.
Bullshit.
oh, by the way, I didn't give my pick. I didn't give my pick. I think Aldana is super tough. I think I'm taking the same pick as Mark. I'll take UD for Nunes.
Mike, we have picked the same 6 people in these 6 fights.
Oh my God.
Omar is on Aldana, on Dariush, and on Curtis. So there could be major movement from Senor Ortola.
I was gonna say, Daddy's got a couple fucking picks to make up here.
Yeah.
Pretty low on this this list here, so we'll see.
All right, boys. Let's end with a little bit of trivia.
All right.
Was that a trivia right there?
Yes, Mr. Jim Miller